Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Yeah, so I was trying to come up with something to do today, and actually, yesterday I found this new procedural spaceship generator over on BlenderKit, and it is actually really good. It's one of the best ones I have seen thus far, and I mean they're all pretty good usually, and they do different things and give you different results. But morning, Micah. Good to see you. Things are okay. So I figured I would maybe make a Blade Runner style spinner or a Cyberpunk AV flying car, and then we'll put it in a scene. Shouldn't take too long to make it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to append and procedural spaceships. Yeah. Object. I'm going to grab the object instead of the node tree because I don't feel like reconnecting all the links to all the folders. And it should be spaceship reworked. Yeah. Well, it's good to see you again. Okay, so let's append, see if this works. Did it give us what we needed? Think so. All the components it builds in that we don't need to see, but reworked is there. There's our ship. Yep, cool. So let's just turn all of these off. We don't need them on. And I don't need annotations, whatever that is. And cockpit, we're just going to turn it off. Okay, so there's our base ship. And let's see. We got a whole bunch of cool ways to adjust this thing. But the first thing I really like about this is the detail level. So I'll show you with there's their ship. It already looks cool, right? You can change the detail when you're working on it. So at 0, it's just the main hull, no connections, no nothing. At 1, it brings in the basic details so you can see the ship. At 2, it thinks for a second, and it adds more. You get the add-ons, and then 3, I think there's a 3, brings in all the other stuff. Oh, turn on scaffolding. Then you'll see the big difference. Oh, maybe not on this ship, but it connects pieces, and yeah, it's really handy for working big to small. I like it. They did a really good job on this. Let's go back to 0. And just before we start, actually, I want to scale ourselves down a little bit. So that we're more in line with a human size thing. Let's make our person 2. At 2, it thinks for a second. Yes, well, it does. There's a lot of stuff on it, actually. Okay, so there we go. Let's bring it down to something about like that, I think is going to be our vehicle size. We might adjust it a little bit more, but there we go. Okay, now let's get our human out of the way. So we can just change the overall seed, and it gives us different ships. That's kind of cool. Let's go back up to 1 now, which is kind of your good basic working, get to see all the parts. And then you can change the bilateral seed, which are the parts outside. Ooh, that's neat. Change the length spread. So where they come. I like it about there. The width spread, take it further out. And this is where I like this, is if you do this and then turn on the higher levels of detail, which will take it a second. And, oh, scaffolding space. 2. Does help to have some. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Spacing. What's that too big? So 5. Let's see if that gives us more. I haven't set the scale yet. Come on, where's my scaffolding? 25. Making a liar out of me. It's going to change the scale. Oh well. Pipes, we can add some of that. So we can go like 0.25. I think I may have confused it by scale. Let's see. Oh, no, detail scale factor of 1. See if this does it. Yeah, there we go. Now we actually have details that have a scale to them. You can see it creates connectivity to the parts that are further out, which is just really neat. And I like it a lot. Now we could go to 3. We should see a lot more. Yeah. Well, not a lot more because I haven't created a lot more, but it's cool. I don't want them that far apart though. So I'm gonna go back down to 1, which is probably the best. That's usually a good place to work. And let's bring our width spread back in from 21 to like 5. Too close. 10. Like that. Kind of part of a car. Out a little more. Seems good. Let's see. I don't really think we want any turrets. Let's get rid of those. Tanks amount. Take those down. Because it's small. So you can see we can adjust all these parts here. Fins amount. Do we want fins? Got some fins. Generic amount. There we go. See, now we start getting some of the components that I had turned off, but they're really neat. And it's geometry nodes, so you can literally just dump your own stuff in there if you wanted to, and it will change whatever we get. But that's actually looking really nice for a start. Let's go to our thrusters, which are in, where were they? Thruster scale. Here we go. We can make those bigger. Can't go too much bigger because it has to fit in the space, but that's cool. Okay. And cockpit size. I don't know where our cockpit is. See, it's down at the bottom right now. Let's go to the color so we can kind of see what we're looking at. That's our cockpit right now. And let's just move it around. I'm going to shrink down the size a little bit, which will give it more places it can go. And we can just move it later too if we need to. But yeah, that's kind of where, I mean, that's the obvious spot for it, right? Let's see if we can make it a bit bigger now that it's there. Yeah. That's kind of the, like I said, the obvious spot for it. Looks pretty good. Got some thruster action going on. Pretty cool. Detail level, now we could take it to 3. Let's see what kind of added extra junk it dumps all over this thing. Lots of it. Yeah. Yeah, like I reached a point where I have enough Starship generators that I saw it and I was like, oh, a new one. Yeah. But then I went and looked at it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. um, and we can maybe we have a few too many pipes. Pipe amount. Let's go to like 0.1. 0.1. Okay, that's fewer. Yeah. And scaffolding, we can go to like 5. This should make it much smaller. Let's see. We may not need any because most stuff is touching each other. But oh no, it creates some. See, it creates the connections there and here. I actually think I like it better without it though. Let's go back to like for this one for a car. I don't think I need scaffolding much. I can even turn it off entirely, but there's these weird things at the back. What is that going on there? I don't know. Let's just turn off scaffolding entirely, see what it does. Yeah, we're not. Interesting. There's some kind of weirdness going on because we're not symmetrical on that backside. We should be. Pipe seed. Let's just change it around a little bit, see what that does. I can just delete them, I'm not worried, but it's getting a little confused because of the scale probably. But yeah, that looks all right. I think this will be a good starting point for us. Ooh, we even have kind of like landing gear. Awesome. It's a good place for that. Cool. All right, so if we apply this sucker, to say we're good. Cool, apply. Come on. Apply. Thinking. Cool. No, it applied. Good deal. Yeah, and then we're just going to mirror it to fix that weirdness. I don't know why it's doing that, but whatever. Now it's not. And we have ourselves a spinner, right? I mean, see, it's a pretty cool tool. And I don't, as you know, I don't really like leaving things just the way they are. Which is too bad because I actually really like this material. But I think I want to mess with it some. Um, but it's a nice, it's got a nice, that was the other thing that appealed to me was it's got a really nice material system to it too. But I kind of want to make it more car-like for this one. So I'm going to have to kill my darlings and get rid of this material. And maybe we will go with, like I said, more car-like and literally just pull in a car. Do the same kind of stuff we've been doing that lately. Let's grab our Audi. This is a base. So this is our scale difference too. So it's bigger than a car, but it's not huge. It's like helicopter sized. It's about what I wanted. So good. Why are you rotating? That was bizarre. RY. There we go. I don't know why it rotated, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just really impressed with what these guys did. There's at least two guys on the what you call it, the documentation video talking. There's like an art director and a technical guy, and they did good work. Like, it's just good. um, Yay them. I'm impressed. Okay, metallic maybe. Make like a shiny gray metallic, shiny dark metallic. Let's see what that looks like. Oh right, it doesn't want to do the metallics. We can just assign it though. Tab here 3. We're on plates and panels. Car paint. Metallic blue. Now it's an Audi. But that's cool. I can do with that. Okay. And surface. I'm just gonna go over here and shading. I don't know if it means a lot or not, but not sculpting, shading. But I liked it, so I was like, all right, I can use this. And again, it kind of combines some of the stuff I liked from Shipwright with some other nice features. So um, kudos, guys. You done good. Okay, so if we take our saturation down and our color down, go with a metallic gray. Do we like that? That seems acceptable. Okay. Yeah, that works for me. It's a nice car color. And then this red here is just plates UV. Let's make that, is it shiny plastic? Shiny plastic, black. Cool. I'm just using all the stuff I've been making cars with lately now to do this. And this is cables. Let's make that rough metal or rough plastic black. Cool. And I actually kind of like their chrome too, but we could just make it, I think I really like this metal rough plus for this instead of chrome. I like it a little less shiny. Rough plus. Cool. Although it's actually pretty good. Superfoil. Also metal rough plus. It's actually brighter. Nice. Okay. I'm fine with the cockpit color glass. I'm not going to mess with that. Back over here on our tail, let's make it a little dirtier. So jump over here. Shaders, Starship. Yeah, cool. And we're going to take, this is plates, and we're going to make it metal sheeting. Let's try this one. This is the default. Gives us colors. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I like it. Yeah. Their engine color's all right, but I kind of like this one better. So just a bit brighter. Okay. And those plates are cool the way they are. It even has a door thing. Look at that. That's just sweet. All right, and did this get changed? Yeah, it did. Cool. Let's move this out of the way. I love playing with toys. Okay. And it's not bad. I want to add some lights and I have forgotten again. So I'm going to go look. It's red on the right, green on the left. That's how I got to remember it. Or, yeah, red on right. Okay. I'm trying to remember this, and it's just not going well for me. So let's come to this thing here. Did we turn off? Yeah, we did. We finished that. Okay. So can we Control R? No. 3. Let's just grab these. I'm actually just going to grab this whole wing from there to there. Inset and add a color plus assign color, red on right, green on left. So this would be green then. Add material. And then over here on this side. Hi, Josh. Good to see you. I didn't set my inset to the same. Oh, well. You know what? I'm just going to mirror it because I'm weird that way. Unmirror it, apply it. Okay, cool. There we go. Now I got these 3. No. Come on. And that's going to be red. Plus assign, add material. Okay. So we should have, yep, red, green. Cool. I'm going to make them a bit brighter than 5. Let's go like 25 and 25. Cool. Dumb. I mean, like, no one's going to care but me, but I do care. So whatever. We are working within a system. And let's get rid of the Audi now. I really just wanted it for its materials. Let's do a little bit more to it though, because we can. Actually, I probably am going to have to change the color because I think I'm going to got ahead of myself. Let's see. There we go. Cool. Yeah. Remind me later. I'm going to have to refix that because I'm going to change the color so I can put back a symmetry on it. But that's fine. It's all right. I wasn't feeling left out, man. It's all good. Square. Not really liking that triangle. Let's just W subdivide. Can I get something out of it like that? All right, gonna have to get it again, I think. Which is fine. Actually, you know what? Better than that. Undo, select, shift hide. Now I can do it and not have to worry about reselecting pieces every time. That, hide. I don't want that there. Okay. So let's see. That's the best way to do this. 3A Q dice Z, no, Y. Did it do the whole ship? It did. Well, I mean, that's not an awful thing. It's not going to hurt me. Okay, there we go. Random panels. Now let's do it. Square, panel seed. And depth. Give us a bit. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Alt hide. Okay. Do we like it? I think so. I like having that extra infuse section there. Just gives it a bit more. Oh yeah. We can maybe give it a different color too. Maybe we take this and make it black. Plastic, shiny black. Yeah, maybe. Um, we take this. Plastic shiny black, assign. Oh, we need that front thing too. That needs to also be, probably want to go all the way around. Okay, sure. That works. And come back in again, tab. Ew, that is, yeah, not a fan of that. No, that's fine. I mean, it just means we're not going to change it. G, coplanar, assign, whole thing front. Okay. Cool. Now, that means we are going to add some headlights versus cut in some headlights. Because, yeah, that's not geometry I feel like playing with. Let's start with Shift-A, Mesh, Cube. Make sure it's in the center. Yep, GY. Scale it into like there. SZ. Into like there. 1. GZ, bring it down just a bit. SY doesn't need to be anywhere near that long, so let's just get into there. Cool. Something like that could be good. Now, I want to tab to let's control bevel. Oh, no. Control A, rotation scale, tab, control bevel. Okay. Give it a curve to match the shape of the front. Cool. 3. Let's save. No. 240408-1 live stream AV spinner. Cool. Now, let's see. W, grid modeler. Increase. That seems good. I'm not even going to care because I'm going to mirror it. Like that. No. Don't like that yet. Let's make sure I'm looking at it straight on. Yes. And that's our center point. Okay, come up from along there. Up there. Let's do that. A bevel. Okay. And create a new face, third cut. I'm gonna try Boolean cut. Sometimes it gets weird on me though. Or just a slice. One. Did it work? Let's hope so. Maybe. Okay, I guess it worked. Good. 3. Inset. Inset. Back out a little bit. Cool. Now let's see if we Alt X, mirror it. Yeah. There we go. Cool. This gives us a little something something. Tab again. And one, I want to shift hide. Just that. Okay. And literally just that. Now if we go K, here to here. It doesn't have to be exact. I just want kind of a point. Okay, here to here. Okay. Good. 1 Q circle. Oh wait. Let's apply it first tab. Q circle. Oh, what are you doing? You gotta be a pain. Alt hide. Let's see if it works better with it's not. Q circle. No. Okay. You're gonna be a pain in my ass. Right. 3. Face. Poke faces. 1 Q circle. That's good. Circle radius 0.01. Yes. There we go. Cool. E. First headlight. Cool. And then I'll do one more too. 3. Shift hide. 1 K to there. Face, poke faces, alt hide. I know it's a bit higher up, but Q, circle. Make it bigger. Yeah. E. Cool. Save. Okay. Geometry's still good. It's not a bad setup. We gotta mirror it again, but we can do that. And then here, W, grid modeler. Let's just do one more kind of cool thing. Cool. Here, 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 here. There we go. 1. Yes, worked. Actually, well, it's fine. I might have. There we go. Tab. Alt X. Mirror it. Cool. Yeah, that'll work for what I wanted. I'm going to come back to this thing, tab, solo it, SZ, do that more. A bit more. Yeah, cool. And SX just a little bit. No, yep. Cool, just the tiniest bit. Nice. And then 3, let's see, Control A, rotation scale, tab, 2, Control R, yeah. Panels, cut 1. It's too high out, definitely, but if we bring it in, no cuts. Yeah, that works for me. Just to give us that little bit of edge. Save. Okay. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. So we can select this thing, and we're going to make it Chrome. Chrome. Cool. This thing is going to be black. Shiny. I don't think I want this to be Chrome. Maybe I want this to be black shiny. And this to be Chrome. May not even want it to be Chrome. I think I'm just going to go with rough metal plus. It's a little less, just kind of, yeah, that's better. Okay, now back to this bad boy. Let's see, tab. Oh, that's the wrong side. I was like, what the hell? Right. Shift G, coplanar. Yeah, right. Okay. Now, get rid of these. Yeah. Okay. Control plus. Cool. So that whole section there. And that we could also make assign plus, metal rough plus. Cool. Then here, gonna make these assign white. Add material. Just double check it. See where we're at. Cool. Although, not sure I want this loop to be that. I think we want it to be that. Yeah, we do. Okay, then here to this we want to be, yeah, we can leave it rest plus, that's fine. Add a loop, fillet plus assign, and we're gonna go with red glass. Cool. And we'll make this one assign, actually new. Assign, we'll make it red glass again, but we'll Okay, make glass yellow. Sure. More orange, but whatever. Cool. And here, assign clear. Okay. There's the front of our car. Thinking that's looking pretty cool. Okay. We want to come back now and fix this. On the right is red. Where's emission red? Red emission. Assign. Why is it still green? Do I have mirroring still on? I have hop still on. That'd be why. Doesn't matter what you tell it to be if you've got the auto. Red, assign. Okay, and then up here, I think we need to do the same thing. These are just too useful for this not to be. So let's inset. Actually, don't even need to really inset it. We'll just leave it like it is. And we'll assign that to red emissive. And we'll do the same thing over here to green emissive. Cool. I like this car. It's looking good. I feel like I might want to do something in here. This just feels a little weird right now. I don't hate it, but grab all 4 of those pieces. 1. Okay, so they're not cubes, which is unfortunate, but Q or Shift Q, mesh, quad slice. Let's see if it gives it to us. Yep. Okay. Now they're quads. Q. Panels. Certainly aren't going to need. Okay. Yeah. That's actually kind of cool. Doesn't do much, but just kind of makes it feel like there's something there. And I'm going to mirror it. It's a separate object, so we'll just mirror it separately. There we go. And go ahead and apply. Well, we'll apply in a second. L, E, let's just do a little bit of tweaking. Sure. 2, GZ. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, take that. Okay. Again, trying to do my thing where if you're going to use a generator, you don't leave it unmodified, kind of ever. That's the only sin, is if you have used a modifier, used a generator, you need to make it your own thing somehow, in some way. Okay, so this is much shinier than a Star Wars or a standard Tech Nouveau kit, which is cool. That might mean there's less we can add on to it, but we may not even need to add on to it much. I think it's kind of good. I like those holes. That's working well. Part of me wants to make these circle things have something to them. That's the only thing I'm kind of looking at now. There we go. 3. Got that section there. Let's just make it a different color. Red. Is it? I don't know if it's actually red, but that was their material, not mine. But it's kind of neat. Basically, as long as it looks different, I don't super care. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And we are at 45 minutes. So I think we're at a time we can start putting it into a scene pretty soon now. Do we want it to be outdoorsy? Okay. Yeah, let's take ourselves, we'll do the Blade Runner 2049 thing and put it in some in a messed up area versus in the glowy city. And that way we have some contrast between what it looks like, because it looks very rich and clean and nice. And what the other stuff will be. Okay, so we've got all this applied. We can actually delete all of these now. Right? Oh, well, first we have to, I suppose. There. Fine, turn them on. Be that way. I don't want them around. Well, they're not huge, but still. We'll just do a little bit of cleanup since I've started doing it. Delete hierarchy. Sure. Good. Get rid of them all. Then we get rid of the scaffolding rod, surface bolt, thruster, and the cockpit. And there's our default cube, which we're just going to make part of this thing again. Ooh, no. We're going to apply it. Then we're going to make it part of this again. Cool. And this, and part of that again. Cool. We have a ship or a car. I really like that it has like landing gear that are kind of like partially retracted too. I mean, I think it's complete hapstance that is the case, but we're going to go with it. Okay. Yep, we can move it around. Good. Let's go grab us some shitty concrete ground. Ian's and where did I put it? Old lot. Let's see if this works for us. Seems like it's pretty good. The only thing I don't like is those sticking up there. I'm just going to edit them real quick before we deal with it. So let's do it this way. Plus, 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 plus. Cool. Sure, it looks like garbage in the texture, but it's also small enough that it doesn't really matter. Well, that's, yeah, we can get rid of that one. Plus. There we go. Yeah, you can't tell. I mean, like There it was, but whatever, who cares? Cool. And yeah, I see. It doesn't line up great. I just want to do a little bit. Let's see. It shouldn't be too bad. 2, 2. Great. I'm going to use proportional editing so I don't have to get every single one, but mostly would be good. Okay, so we have all that turned on. Turn on proportional editing. SZ0, GZ. No, SZ0, GZ. Down 1. Yes. So now I have leveled out our playing field. So now we can link it together and we won't have to worry about stuff sticking up out. Alt D, R, we can kind of scale it a little bit. And it's allowed to be garbage because it's going to be garbage ground here. Maybe one more. Kind of roughly evening it into a shape. Cool. Got some weird lines on it, but that's okay. I don't hate it. Let's see. Was there another road section I was using? That was like unnamed. I'm trying to think of the ones I was using yesterday when I was doing that road scene. Textured, yes. Mhm. I like this one. There you go. That's starting to make it look right. Oh yeah, Gaia. Gaia's neat. That's how I used to do terrains all the time when I did Octane, and I kind of got out of doing it that way, but it is cool. Um, enjoy. It's fun to learn. Gaia's a landscape generator, right? Isn't that the one that makes essentially height maps? Is what it winds up doing. It does it using height maps. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I cared. I decided I liked having more control. Yeah, and they've gotten better about it for sure. That's looking like a good piece of terrain for me. We're liking it there. Okay. So now Shift A, Mesh, Plane. Actually, we'll go back to using a circle. We haven't used one in a while. Circle. S40. Good deal. Okay. And let's go a little bigger than this. Excuse me. Cool. That is a completely understandable thing. Shift R. So we could terrain generator, but I don't actually, like, the thing I learned overwhelmingly from looking on the map is just how freaking flat this part of Texas and Louisiana is. So it's kind of overkill to go with terrain generator. I think instead we're just gonna do a quick displace from random cuts. 1, 2. This makes it very circular because of how we've built it. Do we want to? We could, yeah, let's undo that. Let's fix that. There's nothing wrong with it, I suppose, but it just, I don't know, it annoys me. I'm gonna fix it by quad remeshing it to 250. And then deleting the original circle. Yeah, so now we have quads. That's better. Shift Q. Now quick displace, cut of 1. You can see it's not got those like weird rings anymore. Strength of 1, just so we can see it. That seems pretty good to me. We need to go at least one more cut though. Probably 2 more cuts. Yeah. We're our strength down to, actually, let's do it the right way. We're gonna do that. Cool. So we've added some very basic but fairly strong for this size land. Maybe make it a bit stronger. 1.25. Okay. Now tab A. Do it again. Quick displacement. I always forget to do it this way. Cut 1. Cut the strength down to like 0.75. Okay. Tab A. Utility. Oh, I can't do it in edit mode. Quick displacement. Cut 1 again. Strength down to like 0.5. Yes. Cool. Tab A. Tab Shift Q. Utility. Quick displace again. Strength of like 0.25. Cut of 1. Cool. So what we've done is big shape strong, and as we get smaller and smaller, we keep getting smaller shapes. And I think that makes a much better landscape. Same number of polys, so there's no reason not to. And shade smooth, just straight up. Shade smooth. Doesn't need by angle. Right. Is it cutting into our, it is cutting into our, which is good. We wanted it to. Okay. And then I mean, it is procedural. It's just controlling the falls in, and it lets you control the strength at each level, which is nice. But it is still 100% procedural. Old lot textured. Put a road in there too. Let's see. Alt D. Just keep it going. In case anyone cares. So we have a road. And yeah, that's looking right. We got a little bit of bump there, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I think we're going to fix it when we put trees and shit in here, which we're going to do. Okay. Although actually we could even go a little bit more if we wanted to. And do we want to put some of this in here? I don't think we do. Let's see. That's a neat texture, but maybe we'll do a little bit of it. I do like it. That's my problem, right? I'm like, oh, that's cool. I could just keep doing, ooh, that's cool forever. Yeah, we're doing it fractally manually is probably a better way of putting it, right? So smaller and smaller size, finer detail with smaller modifications to each detail level. Um, but if you don't do this way, you don't get any big hills, which is the bigger problem. Like you can get to the small level detail just fine, but I want to have that like larger bump with smaller bumps on top of it. Anyway, I'm being probably overly obvious. Cool, well that looks good. Now I'm gonna take all this debris crap, new collection, concrete, or we call it, what do we call it? We'll call it road, even though it's not just a road. And this is the road, but road. Great. Let's just make sure we got it all. I think we did, and nothing else. Yep, cool. And then just in case, what's this? Where did it go? Where is it? No, it's all on road. Okay, good. Just in case we want more, and I can't think of what it will be yet, but we'll create another collection and upward obstruction. Then we'll move our roads into upward obstructions. Into upward obstructions. There we go. Come on. Shaders. I'm gonna leave it off yet because it slows it down a lot. I'm gonna put a shader on this thing, but okay. Now, how do we want to go about doing this? Good shape. Geoscatter. Grab our ground. I'm gonna have to close the freaking asset browser. Grumble. Biome scatter. Open to biomes. And part of me wants some trash, but not a lot of trash. I do like these grass pieces though. All right, fine. Throw this on there. I'm just gonna move this out of our way. And it's thinking. Yep. We're gonna cut it down too, I think. At least somewhat. Yep, okay, there's everything. So the first thing we're gonna do is throw in upward obstructions. Okay, let's just drop into gray mode. Cool, let's turn everything off. Let's see what we got. So our first one was trash heaps. We don't want that many of them. So even though it turns it off, instance per meter 48. I'm gonna take that down to like 1. There's some trash kind of everywhere in little bits, right? Probably aren't even gonna see it. Splinters, that one was on. That's too much again. This is gonna be one of many, or at least 2 biomes on here. So splinter heap large. Yeah, that one can also come way down. So we see some every once in a while. Dead grass. We're gonna leave that one up because we like that one. It looks good. And dead leaves. I think we can just leave that one up too. What's it set to? 240 per. Sure, we'll leave it for right now. Maybe I'll cut it down just a little bit because we're gonna put other stuff here too. So, but we got some ground crap going on here. And now I'm gonna Just turn it all off. And add another biome. Grass biome, maybe? Let's try and see. Cool. Same deal, we don't want it on our road. So upward obstruct and it's one of the things I liked about making the road have holes in it like this is you do get patches in the roads where things are going through by having it, anytime it comes above the concrete, you get stuff, which is what we wanted. Let's just take a look. Okay, I don't hate it. I'm not in love with it yet though. Shrubs, I think we want less shrubs. Let's go back to gray. Okay, so grass is the ones that are off. Shrubs, that's a lot of shrubs. Cool. Grass we're gonna leave alone for right now. Weed, let's turn off shrubs. Weed, I mean, there's not that many of them. They're just kind of there. Cool. Rock, I do like rocks, but let's do a little less. No. Rocks, less. Cool. And twigs. I don't even think we're gonna see them, to be honest, mostly, but we're gonna leave them there. It's not that many of them anyway. Grass. I'm just gonna save and turn on. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's fine. A lot of this is going to be kind of hidden unless we're right up close to it, and that's also fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So everything's turned off inside of Geoscatter, so it will render, but we don't have to worry about it. Cool. As long as we're not changing anything, that should be fine. Which, of course, we're going to change stuff. Let's exit this. Go away. Now we need to put some reason for this person to be out here. Lots of different options. I want to go with our big, medium, small apocalypse buildings to start with, because I feel like some of these are going to just be helpful, and I don't use them very often, so it's kind of neat. Okay. So if you've ever looked along Highway 87 in Texas, it's just like about a, I don't know, kilometer from the ocean or the Gulf of Mexico. And occasionally these little pull-offs for RVs to park for forever or something. But so the ocean is probably that side. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And we can make a tower. We're going to put some of these up here. Alt R. And that's the E Tower 1. Where did I put it? Where'd it go? M scene collection. We don't want it to obstruct. And let's do E Tower 2. And then E Tower 3. I'm just gonna move them all to there for one. Why do I have 3? That's right. Okay. I kind of want to keep them in a line is why I'm doing this. GY 40. Let's get the top one. GY minus 40. Great. GR. There we go. Yeah, they're kind of close together, aren't they? Local GY 10. GY minus 10. There we go. 50 meters apart from each other seems good. And we're going to be looking at it quite low, I think, from this shot, so this will be fine. We probably won't even see them all. Oh, the ones that I'm using, those are Ian Hubert's from his Patreon. So perhaps the best Patreon after mine that you can join. It's like $7 a month if you mean these. So yeah, cool. And structure here. Sure. We can just kind of squish it in because we don't care. This is what happens when we have class 5 hurricanes 3 times a year. Shit gets blown up. Definitely the best after mine, yeah. Oh, it's got, I mean, like in terms of, I like it. The whole point of using photo scans is to kind of get the texture from the road. That's almost the benefit to it. I'm going to throw some other stuff on my ground texture in a minute. It's just the material that I have in mind uses a lot of ambient occlusion shading, so it slows everything down. So I'm just waiting a bit. Yeah, that's cool. And a bit more concrete debris over here. Oh, that's actually small, isn't it? I thought it was much bigger. Ooh, neat. I have to remember I have that. That could be useful. Cool. Save it. Okay, so we like that. I think we do. Yes. Now, the other thing we want to do, I think, is perhaps industrial zone, buildings, grain terminal. No, we want the mega pipe. Where's mega pipe? Mega pipes. Let's bring this sucker in. Yeah, that's a mega pipe, all right. R. Cool. Yep, seems good. Now, ooh, let's use one of my buildings. I haven't used those in forever. Unassigned. There we go. This little guy right here. I like him. Made this bad boy out of a school bus. Just projected textures of a school bus and then they're on top of it. It's kind of fun. Let's move him there. Him, I will move to upward obstructions. Save. Okay. All this is essentially just extra stuff to show off this car too, and maybe tell a little story. So, but we just need to remember what we're doing and why we're bothering to do it. Ooh, yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. Alrighty. Anything else we want to throw in there? Story. Woohoo! Just looking through the stuff that we've made. That seems fine for right now. Let's get this out of the way. So I can open it 1,000 more times. Okay. So yeah, so the ocean is that way. We're kind of coming down here. Why we're coming down here, we don't know. But perhaps well, these people or vehicles. I've just been putting all my vehicles together into one folder, and I can add them to the asset library in a bit, but I'm just still haven't bothered yet. So I kind of like, so these are all the vehicles I've made for this as of right now. And story-wise, I'm torn between the VW microbus looking thing and this sucker here. I think that's going to make it feel too much like we're fixing things. So let's go with the VW microbus. And paste it. Why are there, oh, it's this damn tire that comes into it every time. Delete, I don't know why. Probably one of the tires has like a parent or something, but it's just a pain in my ass. There we go. Let's come back up onto the road. He probably shouldn't be driving out here. He's not cool like the guy yesterday with the treads for tires. Tank treads. Straight. So he's lined up on the road. And if we're going to have him pointed that way, then let's turn this around. Again, story. To like there. We're going to look at it from a couple different angles anyway, but I feel like that's cool. We're even doing good on time today. It's like the first time I haven't gone over in forever. Photographer. Come on. Give it to me. Oh, there we go. Shrunk it in too far. It's like, what the hell? Alexa, let's set our clip end to 250. I don't think we went that far, but hey. Anamorphic and 35. Go wide. Resolution. Now we can start making a good shot. Like that would be a good shot. focus on the air vehicle, I think this time, probably. And now it's time to start doing some of that other stuff. Let's grab the ground texture for this bad boy right here. And I'm going to use my dirt and AO grass one, which I've used many, many times before. Yeah. And can't remember. Let's just cube projection. There we go. So just a pretty simple dirt one, although it puts slight bits of grass where there is ambient occlusion. So looks good. Let's grab a HDR. Yes, I did go back and fix. So what it was I fixed it so he has green on this side and red on this side of the lighting to match what an aircraft would do. So you can tell which way an airplane is traveling. If you look and you see the lights and like, green is on the right, it's coming towards you. I'm always just trying to figure out what we're going to go with. One of the HDR or map paint HDRs. Let's see what's in 42. Let's see if we can find something we like. Oh, this is very bright. Yeah. 1082. Let's try a daytime one. Nighttime ones look cool, but daytime ones are probably more accurate to what I wanted to do. So, but looking cool is a nice win. That's definitely has that like ocean vibe to it. Nice. I love it. He finally took my advice from like a year ago and added back in the Z location in HDR. You can't change it much, but you can now lower the horizon slightly. Cool. And geoscatter, we should be able to turn it back on if we wanted to. Let's see. I'm going to leave it. Well, we are going to need to see it on, I suppose. Shrubs, rocks, weeds. We're going to leave the grass off for right now because, you know, hey. Dead grass. Oh, I'm liking that. I don't know why my audio keeps chinking out, but hey, that's looking good. Bring all this back in. We don't have anything in our foreground. I think we want something like here, which could just be a person. That's possible. Yeah, okay, that's looking good. We saved, so it's just, I just want to see what grass looks like with it. And I know it's going to be a little bit chunky, but we saved. Yeah, there it did again. Audio is just like, oh no, that looks okay. We can live with this. What do we want to put here in our foreground? Ooh, I know what we could do. I'm going to turn off geoscatter here this time. Maybe. Thinking. Hello. Get my blender. There we go. Cool. All right. Let's go see if we can't find a all cone. I just love these. Like, why is it here? We don't know. But there's a construction cone right there from old times, which appeals to me. And yeah, I like it. Let's see, is there anything else I want to put over there? Maybe a person. This is awful lighting for people, even when they're real, is the problem. So I'm just trying to think if there's something that would look cool that would kind of do the same functional visual thing of putting something of interest there that wouldn't be a person. Um, and I may not even worry about it at all. Um, we could throw something under a tarp over here. We just kind of want something in this visual corner. And I know I'm spending, time here that maybe it doesn't matter, but yeah. Not super thrilled with that either. And I might leave it empty. But if you leave it empty, it does change the composition a lot. A barrel, that would work possibly. Let's look and see if we have a barrel. Traffic barrel. Oil barrel. I think that's good. That's, I think, what we wanted. I like it kind of slanted like that too, even. So we need to file. I don't think we have the data for this yet, do we? Yeah, maybe we do. Let's see. Yeah, we do. Cool. Yeah, that'll work for us. Just to have something kind of there. Save it. Yeah, and I'm gonna turn off grass and turn back on geoscatter, just so we can get some sense of what it looks like without the busier things. Looks good. I think that's given us what we want. I'm gonna maybe do one more cone. There. Make it a bit higher up. I'm gonna move it to upward obstructions. Cool. And I like it. I think that gives us what we want from that angle. Let's just see. We can look over here and definitely feels like it's working. Yeah, we can get a good shot there too. We are feeling pretty good here. Cool. All right, folks. Well, I'm gonna render this off, get it posted back up, and we'll be back again tomorrow for another one. Micah, it was great to see you again. I'm glad you're back. Had some time to show up today. And everybody else also, thanks for coming by. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. And I will be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, all that sort of stuff. Take care, folks. Later.